For those of you who are new, I'm Annie Thoe and welcome. I am talking today about how to work with fear, how to clear fear from your body so that you are more clear in making decisions and responding to your life, and also to move in better balance with the amount of anxiety that's in the air right now and literally what we're dealing with. Find your seat and take off your shoes. If you've got slippers or shoes on, take them off. So welcome to class 2. I'm happy to see you. This is a really amazing time in the history of this planet as far as we know it. So I want to review a few things from class 1. And I taught that class 3 times last week, and each time I taught it differently. So I want to just stress a couple things from that class in working with fear. So before I do much more talking, though, we're going to just do immediate clearing of your body. And there's a lot of different ways to do that. We'll do one seated, and then I'll also do one standing, okay? It's nice to have either way. So right now, and I did this in one of the classes, I'll scoot back a little bit so you can see me a little better. So you're going to sit flat, your heels under your knees, all right? Feet spread a little bit. Let's rub your hands together. And I've mentioned this before, but when you rub your hands together, it activates your brain and it brings your mind right here, okay? It's kind of like when we're excited, we're like, oh, you know, but when we're scared too, it's helpful. And as I mentioned before, Fritz Perls has this great quote that fear is excitement without breath. So if we can start to shift the chemistry in our body to move this agitated feeling and use the breath, and then we'll use the bones to connect to the ground, you will physiologically ground yourself much more quickly, okay? And we can get that from being still or taking a bath or going for a walk, but a lot of times what I have found is a combination of movement with stillness will tell your body that you're safe. But if you're in this sort of constant movement place, your body feels like you're running from something, okay? But controlled movement with stillness gives your body the message that you're in the driver's seat and you're calming things down and it's okay, like mommy or daddy's here, okay? That's the message you're giving your body. So let's breathe. Inhale and rub your hands together. Exhale. Let's do a couple breaths. Inhale and exhale. Now you're going to put your hands on the kind of upper part of your thigh and you're going to push down into your legs as you inhale. Inhale and hold your breath. Exhale and let everything settle. It's like a balloon, just letting the air out slowly. Inhale. Holding the breath. Exhale. Inhale. And really gather the air in your chest. Exhale. Let the weight settle. And see this time on this last third breath, can you feel the weight settling into your pelvis? And then tap a heel and tap another heel. Okay? So that is a really amazing, simple way to settle down. And I try to work to do it 3 breaths. You need to do another set of 3 if you're really wound up, go ahead. But our training here is to really bring your attention to this moment and use your body, use some of these tools to bring yourself in so that it's more effective. And that means you have to turn off your phone or the radio or the TV and get in a quiet-ish place. Sometimes you can't do this. Maybe you're at an airport or someplace where there's people around, but you can do this and really bring your attention inward. The other tool I want to show today, swimmers use this a lot. It's a wonderful tool for actually clearing tension. They do it to increase the oxygen in the blood before they race. But you're going to stand up. This is a standing one, and I'll face sideways, okay? So you're going to stand up, and you're going to take your arms, and you could probably do this from the chair, but you're going to take your arms and stand up tall, and then exhale and drop your arms down. So you're going to come up with the inhale, exhale, down. I'll do it from the seated, and those of you who are, I don't know, wheelchair or whatever, you can do the seated too. So you're going to inhale up, exhale, inhale. So standing up tall, exhale, and then one more, and down. Okay, and then have a seat. So that really gets the diaphragm, you know, open and close. It's like a miniature sun salutation practice. So those are some nice little warm-ups type of thing to kind of quickly clear your body with fear. All right, so now I'm back to my talk. So I wanted just to have you just calm down a little bit. We'll do some more calming things in a moment, but those are really helpful tools. Now, just a reminder about fear. So last class, I talked about the definition of fear, the two definitions that I find very helpful: awareness of danger and awe and reverence, especially toward God. Wow, profound reverence and awe, actually, profound reverence and awe. And I think many of us are feeling that way right now, of just this amazing unknown time, and that there's a power greater than us that I think it's hard not to turn and kind of contemplate that right now. So that state of awe and reverence is very much in the air right now, as well as this excitement without breath, okay? But you can breathe and you can connect to your body, and then we'll have a little more clarity right now on what's the next best right thing for you personally to be doing in this time of uncertainty. I'm bringing a lot of my survival training to this class. I studied a lot of nature survival, and one of the things about nature survival is the ability to calm your body down quickly in order to survive in a life and death situation. And this situation that we're all in together is just, I have these skills, I need to share them. So I will be sharing a lot of those skills in this series as well. Now, let's talk a little more about fear, because the more we talk about fear and get a higher awareness perspective on fear, it might shift our relationship with fear, which could be very helpful right now. So first of all, recognizing when you're really responding to fear, the emotion and the chemistry of fear. And there are a lot of indicators that tell us that we're acting out of fear. A lot of compulsive behaviors, you know, like cleaning. I've been weeding like crazy, okay? That helps my energy, but people are baking, they're cleaning, they're running and walking, and exercise and movement is very helpful with anxiety. It really does help burn off some of the chemical things going on in the body. But if we keep generating thoughts that scare us, or kind of tuning into things that scare us, that's not so helpful. So how can you work with your mind to really be in the driver's seat here with what's going on in the milieu around you? So I want to suggest that fear, like many things, is a relationship that's not an enemy or something that we have to conquer. Think about that. I mean, a lot of times we're trying to like conquer fear, overcome fear. But if we look at fear as something that we can respect, like that definition, profound reverence and awe, or awareness of danger, then fear is our ally. Fear begins to point to us, stop, pay attention, and really tune in. Stop, pay attention, and tune in to your environment and go through what I call my first responder tools, okay? Now, some of you I know are even first responders, but the first responder is kind of looking and taking inventory. Am I safe? What's going on? Do your body check first. All those kinds of things. You check, it's like if a child has a nightmare and it comes in to your room and says, you know, Mommy or Daddy, I'm terrified. You go in with the child and you make sure everything is fine in that room, okay? So fear is one of these things where we need to have respect for it. And a lot of people are in denial, they're mingling still, they're not taking this virus seriously, and the responsibility, responding with ability to this threat of danger. Okay? When we respond like that, it lowers our fear and anxiety level. When we respond not like that, but with awareness, responding with awareness, it makes for community, it makes for a higher level of organization. Do this. I want you to do something. I want you to make a fist with your right hand, okay? So it'd be probably this one that you're looking at, but your right hand, and take your left hand and cover it and relax your fist a little bit, but cover with the left and place that in your lap. Okay, so this is a form of a mudra. Okay, this is considered yang. Okay, the outgoing force, the striking force in life, and this is yin. All right, and you see martial artists do this. So I want you to loosen the fist so it's soft, not tight, but soft fist, loose, and this hand soft, holding softly. So even open the fist a little bit and hold your hands here while I talk a little bit longer. And notice if being aware of your hands in this mudra, tap your heels too, so you feel the feet, the bones connecting to the ground, and notice the effects of holding your hands in this way. So yin is holding yang, and that's very much the male-female union thing. You know, I can go on and on about it, but anyway, you can feel the connection of those two. Take a breath. And let's just sit momentarily here. Sit for a few moments and breathe before I say any more. Just inhaling and exhaling. And let your mind settle down to where your hands are. In the body. And you can close your eyes like I am, or you can open your eyes. If you have your eyes open, I encourage you to have it at a wide angle. And that means if you wiggle your fingers, you can see your fingers. So there's a wide angle perspective. So this is a stillness practice or mudra, whatever you'd like to call it. It's very calming. It's a great thing to show children. You know, this mudra is also fabulous for bringing your mind together with your heart, okay? So that also is very helpful. but this is a little more active and this is more restful. I don't know about you, but my sleep has been quite agitated from all the activity. And this position allows my mind to rest basically in my pelvis with the earth. And this is a rooted practice. So all of these tools that I'm working with you are about really rooting yourselves into the earth, into a quieter place that's very grounded so that the mind can settle. And one thing about excitement is it's like shaking a glass with sediment in it. And the mind can get very foggy when we get shaken. And if you're having trouble making decisions, forgetting things, you know, bumping into things, being spacey, this little practice, sitting for a minute or two, will help clear your mind, as well as the chemistry in the body, to let things settle and neurologically ground your feet and your body into the ground. All right, I really wanted to take a little more time this class with some stillness practices. It's great to do movement, but there's so much movement. People, you know, shopping to get supplies or scrambling to get their internet figured out, that we need some stillness practices that help calm all of that agitation and sediment. All right. And the one thing I really love about both the Feldenkrais method and nature awareness practices is that there are movement aspects, and then you must settle. You must be still so that your nervous system can learn and also quiet. And it's so refreshing. I don't know about you, but in Seattle now, it's so much quieter here. People are just commenting on how peaceful it's, you know, it is to be just outside and not the hustle and bustle. I think the whole world has needed to kind of quiet down. All right, so let's do a practice. I mentioned that we're going to do the blanket roll today. So if you can get your blanket roll handy, if you did not bring one today, you could use anything, even a jacket rolled up, which is one of the things I did when I developed this technique over 20 years ago. I used a jacket when I was hiking, and it's a long story. So you can use a single blanket. This is actually 2 thin blankets, and we're going to sit on your blanket, straddling it. All right, so I just want you to feel how that feels. There's a lot of sensation at the root of the pelvis. This is, in yoga, this is accessing chakra number 1, okay? And chakra number 1 is called, I want to say it correctly here, in Sanskrit, the Muladhara. And mula means root, and adhara means support or base. Okay, so the root or base of support. And that's what you're sitting on. Now let's take out your blanket roll. And when you use a blanket roll, I recommend that you don't sit more than maybe 2 minutes at a time. And that's because everything starts to get numb. And the benefits of awareness work is to have sensation and awareness versus numbing out. So some people, if you have pain sitting on this, or you just feel after a few seconds that's enough, take it out. Just even a few seconds will stimulate the nerve plexus at the bottom of your pelvis. Okay, there's a lot of nerves down there. It'll stimulate that. And then when you remove and sit, notice the difference now. Can you feel your sit bones, right? And last session, we did all the sit bone practice. So we're going to continue in a different way there. So let's sit again. All right. And then I want you to reach your arms up, 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 up. Inhaling, try to kind of lengthen as much as you can, as if you could almost levitate here. And then let's come down. All right. Let's just do that one more time. Inhale. Up, 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 up. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale. And take away the roll. And feel the settling. All right. Let's tap a heel under your knee and tap the other heel. All right. And I kind of make it round again. Sit on it again. Okay, this time what I'd like you to do is you're going to squeeze about 20%, 10 to 20% your buttocks. You're going to squeeze your buttocks and you're going to squeeze your hands 20%, not too much. And then you're going to pull up in, for women, you pull up in the vagina. For men, the testes, you pull up and you're going to pull everything up. We did this before in the last class, but kind of pulling up to here as you inhale. Exhale and relax, open your hands and let them rest. So now it really settles you into the roll. Let's do it one more time. Squeeze, pull up in. And exhale. Dropping. Okay. And let's take away the roll. Now I have a whole bunch of YouTube videos with blanket rolls. Check them out. This is such a profound tool. There's a lot of things you can do that help open this area, helps with balance, helps with back pain, helps connect with your feet and legs. So it's a wonderful tool and you can go there and check it out. But tap your heel right now and feel the contact with the heel. Now tap the other one. Try to breathe a little bit. And just let's rest for a moment. And let's rest in this position again. And notice if, as you rest, is it easier to feel your sitting bones now, your heels? And your hands. See if you can even go more into your bones as you sit. The bones are deeper in the body. A lot of times we stay on the surface with a lot of meditation practices, but in Feldenkrais, what I love is going deep into the bones. That's our harbor. That's where we have protection, but we also have the amazing creative life force in the marrow of our bones. It's a very exciting place to go. So now let's do one more thing with this same thing, but without the roll. I want you to squeeze your butt. Inhale, pull up in now, and you can feel the butt muscles probably. Hold, exhale, come down. All right. And then similar to last class, I'd like you to take one foot and we're going to massage the bubbling springs point in the arch of the foot. So in Chinese medicine, they call this place in the arch the bubbling springs. And in Western medicine, this is also a reflex point for the lymph system. The fluid in the body goes down and comes up. This area helps pump fluids up your legs. So if you have trouble with swelling in your lower legs or feet. This really activates the lymph system as well. So you're going to take your thumbs and lean into it with the bones, not too hard. Be gentle with your thumbs. Try to relax your shoulders. Inhale. We're just activating these areas. And if they're tender, just be nice to your feet. The more you do this, I would recommend doing this every day. Great to do when you wake up or before you go to bed. It activates this lymph system, but it also activates the feet and the body's connection to the earth. And there is an electrical charge the earth gives off, and our feet will be more energized. So put that foot down now. Tap your heel. Can you feel the connection of that leg compared to the other leg? Wow. Like for me, it's just like, oh, but you know, with practice, you might sense this more and more. Okay, let's try the other foot. So all these tools, I've done these tools for over 30 years, some of them. And the more you practice with awareness, the quicker response you get, okay? And that's the nature of awareness. The more we keep fine-tuning things, it's more accessible. It's like a trail you've built in your nervous system. You know how to calm yourself. So breathe, feel with the bones of your thumbs. Say hello to the Bubbling Springs place. It's a wonderful, magical place in the foot. Okay, and then let's put that foot down. And I'm going to just scoot a little closer now. All right, so now can you feel your knees and your feet? Do they feel more connected? Let's take your fist in your left hand, open it, and relax your shoulders now. And just let's rock a little forward and back. Can you feel your sit bones now? A little side to side, maybe in a circle. Come back to the middle. Tap your heels one more time. So you really feel these connections. Finally, put one hand flat on your head and feel, maybe I've got my right hand and the left hand is at the bottom. It looks nice. It kind of looks like this. So you're going to relax your shoulders and just feel now this flow coming down to the base of the pelvis, as well as that support from the feet. So there's a overall sense of kind of clearing the support system, the internal support system of your body now, that I hope you can feel more clearly today. If you have a rock, you can hold it briefly right now. It really feels really cool after doing all this work we just did. But find a rock for next class and bring your blanket roll, okay? All right, so that is our second class. It goes by so fast. So now I'm going to open it up for discussion, and I'll see you guys next week, those of you who have to go.